Now I think I might be sideways. That's going to be weird. Hello? I don't see myself on my computer yet. Let's see. Let's see if I'm sideways. I am sideways. Okay, let's turn that off. And we'll just do this in portrait. Think. Oh, hold on. Can't do it while it's plugged in, apparently. Now I've lost you. There you are. Hello, Brenda. I didn't mean to mute you. Or me. Okay. There we are. We are streaming in portrait because my camera didn't know that it was inland. This is a little crazy. But anyway, hi. This is Chris from Chris Loves Crochet, and welcome to Crochet Recreations live chat. So where are you watching from? I'm in Dallas, Texas, and it's got crazy weather these days. It's crazy. It's 80 degrees one day, and then it's 35 the next day for a high. And so it's been pretty crazy. I don't know how yours is going. But that's going to be a funny beginning. So, where are you? Washington State. Brenda's from Washington State. So I've been working on some of the granny squares for the granny challenge, and I wanted to show you. I have a tutorial up for the sunflower, and I've made a few, and there's lots of tails still hanging on there, but I've made some. And what I've decided to do for the throw, that's what I'm going to make it into, is a throw blanket, and for the couch. And instead of making every single square a sunflower, I'm going to make a checkerboard of this and green, just plain green grannies. You too. Is your weather bad, or are you making sunflowers? How is weather up in Washington State? I think it'd be cold. So this is my granny that I have up so far. And then I decided to, well, first of all, my mom decided that she wanted, this is not a granny square, but she wants a sweater, and this is the very top half without the collar and lapel and the bottom half and all of that. But this, let me show you the picture that she wanted, is that from Stitch Nation, a filigree cardigan. So it's going to be beautiful, and the yarn that it calls for is no longer in existence, of course. And so I went online to find the substitutes, and one of them was a Hobby Lobby yarn. And so it's Yarn Bee, Hint of Silk. Have you used this before? Yarn Bee, Hint of Silk, and this color is China Silk, and it's red, and it's a 4-weight, and it is so soft and fabulous. It's chilly. I bet it's chilly up in Washington. It's so wonderful. And so for some reason, Hobby Lobby sent me 2 orders of this. Yay, me. And I love it. And so what I'm doing for the granny square for my granddaughter Freya is I've made one granny square. I'm going to make a tutorial on just putting it all together. But one granny square for a little bonnet hat, a little we call it a sprite hat? No, a pixie hat. A pixie hat. So I've got one half of that done. And then I'm going to make a cardigan out of this hexagon. Let me see if I can get it folded right. out of this hexagon. And so here's half of it done, and now I need to do the other half. So I've asked her for measurements of Freya so that I can make sure that this is close to being done this side before I start doing the other side. And hi, Cindy Hearts Crochet. So that's a granny, but it's not a square. It's a granny hexagon, because we've all, well, probably a lot of us have made these cardigans. I don't think I actually have. I think I started one before, but I don't think I actually have. Very simple. But so that's what I'm working on. And seriously, you guys, online anyway, this is on sale. So it may be on sale at Hobby Lobby. This Hint of Silk, it is a blend of, where is it? It's a blend of bamboo, 85% bamboo, 15% silk. And they were like $5 instead of $7. And so instead of $6, they were $4. That's what it was. And it's so fabulous. It is so soft, and it's really easy to work with. Sometimes when it gets real soft and you have bamboo and silk and stuff, it gets a little splitty. But this is great. So anyway, I wanted to make sure that I gave that little yarn review. And this is my little cowl, my cold shoulder cowl that I just published yesterday, the tutorial on. And yeah, I like the rose color. It doesn't really match this, but I wanted to. Hi, Crisscross Craft. Hello, Mad Mimi's Crochet. I am fine. How are you? First time here? Welcome. So I did it again. The last time I tried to do a chat that sort of worked. So it wasn't the last time, but I started a live chat on Super Bowl day of the big game. Doing well. I'm so glad. And now tonight, starting in Mad Mimi's Crochet is doing well. I'm so glad you're here. Where are you watching from? And tonight is the Oscars. So I don't know if, hi Tammy Cook. Yeah, you could keep going and make it into a cape. Yeah, I just published this tutorial, and the way the increases go, you can keep going as long as you want, and keep increasing it, or get it up just a couple more rows, and then just go around and around and around, so it'll come down a little bit. That would be great to make it into a cape. So I hope that some of you are here for Mad Mimi is in North Pole, Alaska. Is that where Santa lives? Does Santa live there? I bet you have great Santas at Christmas time. I bet you do. So now is the Oscars tonight. So I hope that I'm not interrupting that. And I'm glad that you guys are all here to join in with me. And I have a few questions. I'm going to be Krista from Secret Yarn. Not that I could ever be her, but anyway, hi, Adon's World, Aiden's World, hi, welcome. About 5 miles down the road from Santa and his reindeer. I have some video on my channel of the reindeer. I'm going to go look at that. Y'all go look at that. So instead of what's in your cup, how about what's for dinner? What's for dinner? This is not big enough. What's for dinner? Are you guys cooking? Are you making anything big for a Sunday dinner or anything like that? I already had dinner. It was a frozen mega bowl. It was a barbecue chicken mac and cheese. I don't think it was a low-fat kind. No, but it was very good. It was spicy. Buffalo chicken. That's what it was. Buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Yes. So the topic today is what inspires your crochet? I don't cook. Whatever my husband cooks, I'll eat. It's just lunchtime there. Oh, yeah. Husband is cooking, don't know what yet. It's who cares what it is if somebody else is cooking for you? That's so nice. That is so nice. So what inspires your crochet? Where do you find, he made homemade pizza yesterday. Yay. Where do you find what you want to make? And when you buy yarn, we had catfish and butter and garlic. Ugh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. When you buy yarn, hello, Laura from New York, Malone, New York. When you buy yarn, are you buying it for a project or to find a project? You know, you go into the yarn, you just feeling like you need a new project, so you go into the yarn store and you just buy the yarn that you like, that's speaking to you. Or do you have a project that you're going to do, and so you go to the yarn store or online or however you buy it and order what you need for that project? I know I do. Oh yeah, crisscross, Chris. Find a project that the yarn inspires me just because it's pretty. Yes. I love yarn. I think we all do. Just love yarn. And crocheting is very peaceful and it's meditative, but it helps us do something with the yarn that we've fallen in love with. I kind of do both. I usually find a project that I don't have enough, maybe because it's cheap. Yeah. I rarely buy yarn for a specific project. I normally walk into my stash, pick something, and then look for a pattern. You spin yarn, Sadie. That is so cool. Crochet mostly for donating. I buy yarn for both projects and just to buy yarn. I'm on a D-stash now, though. Yeah. Yeah, Tammy. I watch other channels too and try to find some inspiration there. If I get stuck and don't find what I want to make, then I just go flipping through the channels. I do that anyway, but flipping through the YouTube channels and seeing what they've done recently. So, but when I find a project I want to do, and I don't have the right yarn for it, I'll go into the yarn store and find what I need, and then there's always something that's on sale, like Cindy said, because it's cheap and you want to fill up your Yarnscape. Just buy yarn just to buy the yarn and then find a project. Yeah. So half my yarn ends up in my Yarnscape, like that. Learning to spin is one of my goals this year. Well, attending at least one class is. That's so fabulous. It's fabulous. We have a hello from Guam. Hello, Jackie. We have a store here, a yarn store here, that does, well, it's really a weaving store, and they have spin classes. And so you don't even have to buy a spinner. You just go and you take the class. So it's never been go for, and it's so relaxing, this spinning. So where mostly do you find your projects? Do you find them online? Do you see somebody wearing something and then you go look online for something similar and modify it? Or what do you do? How do you find your projects that you do? Is it from other crocheters or from magazines or from people watching? What do you do? It's so relaxing. I bet the spinning, all of the above. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, we're just kind of out there in the world, and all I ever think about is crocheting. And so when I see something, you see things online, when I see something, then I just want to do it. I want to figure out how I'm going to do it. Sometimes I even go, I know this is YouTube, how to make a drop spindle, inspiration from anywhere from all those. Pure joy of making gifts for family and friends. Yes. I like to go to Ravelry, and then if I have a specific yarn I'm trying to use, I'll put that into the search and just see what pops up. And there's so many things that pop up that I haven't even thought about. Or I go in, I'm like, I need to make a skirt. I haven't made a skirt in so long, and I'll look and see what's out there. Magazines and Ravelry, yarn trips. Learn how to design, but I don't know how to put stitches. And it's impossible to find exactly the pattern I want, so I end up combining 2 or 3 most of the time. That's what I do. Pinterest is great for crochet ideas. You are right. But Pinterest has such intricate stuff, and it's really hard to find a pattern for them. Haven't gotten into clothes making yet. Adam's World War. What do you make? Do you make Afghans? Found a stitch in a book and do not know if I can use it for the season of the granny because I want to show the match in a video. It is pretty. Oh, the swatch, I bet, in a video because it is pretty. Just show it in a video. Ravelry, I hadn't thought to look there yet. Laura, I know, I forget about Ravelry sometimes, and then when I'm just kind of hanging out, then I go to Ravelry. Can't read patterns. I look at something I think I can make. I will. If I don't, then I will YouTube it. Yeah, and see how somebody else is making. Make blankets, give to the homeless. That would be very satisfying. Give a blessing to one who doesn't have much. That's great. Blankets or hats, scarves, things like that. Baby blankets, scarves, shawls, amigurumi. Oh, you do amigurumi. That takes a lot of patience, at least for me, because it's so tiny. I mean, it's not thread tiny, but you have to make the stitches so tight that you use such a small hook to do it. So I've made a few amigurumi things to put on my desk at school. I made an apple, very cool shape of apple with a little stem and a little leaf coming off. It's very cool. And a giant pencil. Put that there. And I did a little monster. We're having a community baby shower, so I'm making baby dresses and diaper covers to donate for that. How fun. How fun. What is amigurumi? Amigurumi is making, I don't know why it's called that, but it's making like small dolls. Yarn it out. Hello. It's like making small little monsters or little characters from different things, or little you can make dolls. So there's all these little pieces, and they're very particular in the number of stitches. It's basically little teddies. Yes, small toys. Yes. Hello, Pamela. Small toys, things like that. Yes, and it's very particular about how many stitches and where, and the shaping is fantastic. So you really have to follow the pattern to get it just right. I don't know how they come up with the patterns, the people who do them and who create the patterns. I would never try one freehand. I would never do that, because I just don't have the kind of experience with amigurumi to know what I'm supposed to do. So, hi everybody. What do you, and we've kind of gone over this a little bit, found my amigurumi bear that want to do, found the yarn too, and get over the flu. I'm making myself a bear. That's cool. Yeah, I did make a bear once. I made all the pieces. I never sewed them together. Never sewed them together. But I made a bear. I made a bear head, bear body, bear legs, bear arms. So what do you most enjoy making or crocheting? What's your favorite thing to crochet? I like to make wearables. So I do a few hats, a few cowls. I like to do ponchos, hats. You like to make hats, Sadie? And I like to make tops. I make a lot of tops. You like shawls? And So I make a lot of wearables, or I make my mother a lot of wearables. Favorite thing is whatever is on the hook right now. I don't like to play favorites. That's funny, Chris. Yeah, you don't want it to feel left out or feeling like you don't want it to do it. Cardigans and slippers and shawls. Oh my. Tree ornaments all year round. Anything other than blankets and amigurumi. I will not do a full blanket. I did one full blanket, and it's out of like 4 giant grannies. Whatever takes your fancy. That's a good way to do it, because we do it for fun, right? So, you see something and it looks good, you're doing it. Loving doing granny shawls, blankets, and ornaments. I'm really enjoying granny squares right now. And I was never a granny square person, but because of the season of the grannies, I'm trying to figure out things to make, and things to make for my granddaughter, the out of grannies, that I've just never made them before. Blankets are really, really easy if you use blanket yarn. Did a queen size in about 5 days. Really? The blanket yarn, you have to use such a big hook, and doesn't it hurt? But you're right, yeah. But the one blanket that I made was from Mandala, I think. Sunshine LeClaire. Hi there. The big blanket that I made was out of, I think it was out of, what did I say, Mandala. 3 on the go at the moment: shell scarf, baby blanket, and a black sweater. Reason for the last 2, the color and the heat, so I can only do during the day and the blanket at night. My hands did go on strike afterwards. Yes, Chris, they did. Oh, it's so cool that you can do it so quickly. To do with the blanket yarn, that's great. Lap blankets for my hooks. Yes. I like lap blankets, lap gans, and throw blankets. I like those. But the one that I did out of the 4 giant grannies, I actually did a backing for too. I got some fleece fabric and did a backing. In Australia, hey Debbie Smith, so very hot at the moment. Yes, this would be like the middle of your summer, wouldn't it? This is the middle of our winter. And today was 60. So it was beautiful here in Dallas. In Dallas, Texas, in North Texas. And tomorrow's going to be rainy and icky. And last week we got down to like 30 in the 30s. You have snow in New York. Oh, that at least makes the cold worthwhile if you have some snow, right? Tremendous heat. The top of the world, and it's very, very cold there at the North Pole. Or at North Pole. Is it called the North Pole or North Pole? Storm Clara here in England. Oh my goodness, Sadie. You have a storm. Used to live in Dallas. Would like to have snow. North Carolina. Yeah. Debbie Smith, how about crocheting in cotton for the next summer wearables? Yeah. There's some cottons, and there's some cotton blends that feel better on your hands than just the regular cotton. There's cotton bamboo. That's wonderful. It's snow since early October. Won't be gone till April or May. Wow. In North Carolina? No, that wasn't North Carolina. No snow yet in Arkansas. Yarn it out. You used to live in Dallas, huh? You got out? Beanies and scarves for the homeless. Debbie Smith has been. Beanies and scarves. Those are great to get through. And you can do a lot of those. And whip them out and take them to the shelters. Or if you have homeless that are around you, around your work, you can just drop them off, right? So what else? What else is going on? How many of you are doing the 'tis the season of the granny, or season of the granny, or whatever? Are you working on grannies? Did you find something new that you haven't ever done with a granny? I've done a triangle granny. I did a triangle granny and made it into a hat, kind of a pixie hat. I put a pom-pom on the top because it kind of came up a little bit. Put pom-pom to weigh it down. And it's really cool. I have a tutorial out for that. And I really like the way it turned out. So I'm going to make a few more of those. I am. It will be a wearable. Pamela's making a wearable granny. Modified granny baby blanket. Modified granny baby blanket. Sorry, not a modified granny. Mile a minute bedspread for my daughter's bed. We'll be giving it to her for her birthday. Oh, I hope she doesn't watch this. Okay, Sadie. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, you're doing the granny challenge or season of the grannies. So, yeah, I'm trying some different grannies like the blah 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 blah, the hexagon for the cardigan. Like I said, I don't think that I've ever finished one of those, so I'm making a little one for a 6-month-old, and a little pixie hat that goes with it with the extra yarn that I got that Hobby Lobby accidentally sent me. It was so funny. I had some other yarn in the order too, some brown for a commission for one of my students who's having a baby, and she wants a little cowboy outfit, cowgirl outfit. So I ordered some yarn for that too, some browns and creams and blues for that. Doing the season of the granny, and you're almost done. Well, then you just do another. What do you mean you're almost done? Do grannies all season, all until March 18th. So I had this other yarn that was in the order, and when I got actually it was the first pack, so maybe they realized they didn't put the other ones in, but I got the first pack was just red. So I thought the browns and the blues were going to come in a separate pack. Well, they did come in a separate pack with all of the red that I did too, so that I ordered. Not doing the granny square thing. Not a granny person. I didn't think I was either. You can actually finish projects. Some people can. I finished about 2/3 of mine, I think. Not doing the granny season. That's okay. Yeah, I didn't do grannies for years, and if this had come up last year, must have missed something. Charlene. Hi, Charlene. The season of the granny is Krista and Glenda from The Secret Yarnery and Creative Grandma. And they have, yes, I do finish projects. It's hard, but I get them done. So it's just the season of the granny. And so if you have a YouTube channel, by March 18th, show what you've done. Loathe grannies, but I'm doing it. That's how I felt when I started, and I'm liking it. Do granny squares, granny square throw or a blanket, or make some wearables out of some granny squares. Did one of those people who didn't, what? Last year I was one of those people who didn't finish anything, and now I can't stop finishing projects. It's amazing what stress crochet will do for your productivity. Yes, and it's amazing what crochet can do for your stress. Not a granny lover. Me either. When I do grannies, sometimes I do grannies where I don't skip and do the 3 in the space. I just crochet double crochets all the way across the sides in the double crochets, and then do a granny corner, and then just crochet, and you're still doing a square or a triangle or a hexagon or whatever. But I like stitching into stitches. Is that weird? That's why I don't like grannies. Just stitching into spaces. But that's me. Only thing keeping you sane right now. Things are stressful for you, huh? Yeah. That's when I started crocheting. Well, when my life just felt like it was falling apart and I was falling through a big dark hole, and then I grabbed the yarn and I pulled myself up with the yarn and some help. But yeah, it was that way too. Last year I had 22 whips. Had my friends on my channel decide which whip I would finish. Only carried one over into this year, and of course it's a granny market bag. Good job, Mad Mimi. Mimi. A granny market bag. Yeah, it just seems like in order to get, I guess you don't have to do the full granny square on the bottom and on the sides. Because if you do the full square, it's just so big. Or it's small little square. But I guess if you do two big grannies front and back and then just do a gusset on the side and bottom, that would be a market bag, right? That would be fun. What else are you guys doing with your grannies, if you're doing granny squares? Or grannies, sorry. I told you what I was doing. The sunflower throw blanket, and then for my granddaughter Freya, doing a little pixie hat in the hexagon cardigan. 13 square market bag. Crochet surprise box last year. Oh, 13 squares. So you just have like little squares along the side and bottom, and then bigger, or the little squares put together maybe on the front, or they're different sizes. Yeah, I guess you could do it all in grannies. I didn't think about that. Different sizes. What else are y'all doing? You can do bags. You can do a big. Hi, Kelly. Crochet Me Pink Kelly. How are you? You could do a big triangle granny and make it into a shawl or something, maybe. It'd be hard to get the sides long enough unless you did it really a deep one. What else could you do? You could make washcloths and dishcloths. Are those the same thing? I mean, dish towels with them too. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get ready for the Oscars to put on my tiara and get ready to go. Thank you very much for stopping by. What I'm making mine into, I was told to go funky or go home. I want funky. All right, Mimi. I'll be looking for yours. I will be looking for yours and just see how funky it is. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. This was a lot of fun. So please subscribe if you haven't, and like if you like. Internet problems. I'm so sorry, Tammy. If you can, if it's possible, please choose happy. Okay? Thanks. Bye.